Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question, what is Terraria? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about Terraria and have always been curious. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. Also, as part of the What Is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources in the description box below, including to the official website, to the Wikipedia page, to this trailer, and also to the YouTube channel of the developer because they have a lot of useful videos. But before we continue, a quick message from past Mithrie. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now, back to the video. So, Terraria is an action-adventure sandbox game that was developed by Relogic and is published by 505 Games. The game was originally released on Windows in May 2011, but has since been released for consoles, handhelds, and mobile. Terraria features exploration, crafting, building, and combat with a variety of creatures in a procedurally generated 2D world. Terraria received generally positive reviews, with a praise given to its sandbox elements. By April 2020, the game has sold over 30 million copies. And the reason why you might see a lot of big streamers streaming it right now as we're recording this video is because they just released patch 1.4, which brought a variety of improvements. So, Terraria is a 2D sandbox game with gameplay that revolves around exploration, building, crafting, and combat, as I said, and mining. Playable in both single-player and multiplayer modes. The game has a 2D sprite, tile-based graphical style, reminiscent of the 16-bit sprites found on the SNES, or the Super Nintendo. The game is noted for its classic exploration adventure style gameplay, similar to games such as Metroid series and Minecraft. The game starts in a procedurally generated world, with players starting out with a few basic tools to get them started. Many resources, such as metal ores, can be found while exploring caves. The player begins with low health and mana pools, which can be increased by finding certain items. Some resources may only be found in certain areas of the map, stored in common and rare containers, or dropped by certain enemies. The player uses resources to craft new items and equipment at an appropriate crafting station for that recipe. So think any typical survival game. Simply, the more you explore, the more you will find, the more you're able to make, and then I'm sure the game is balanced so that you'll have also enemies and challenges which are appropriate to your increased level of difficulty. But it's set in a 2D setting. That's basically the main difference, is the style of it. So, where was I? Okay, the player uses resources to craft new item and equipment at a appropriate crafting station for the recipe. For example, tables or other items can be crafted at a workbench. Bars can be smelted from ore at a furnace, and armor can be crafted at an anvil, which is, again, very typical. So several advanced items in Terraria require multiple crafting operations, where the product of one recipe is used as an ingredient for another. So if I can name just a few survival games, you have games like Portal Knights or Minecraft or even Conan. They had the same idea. There's a lot of survival games, a lot of things. So if you're into survival games, then this is what it's gonna be up your street, especially if you like the graphical style. So the player can encounter many different types of enemies in Terraria, the occurrence which depends on several factors, including time, location, and random events. The player can fight against enemies with swords, bows, guns, magical spells, and summon minions. The player may also battle bosses with a number of different combat mechanics that can drop rare items. All bosses are summoned by using certain items, or randomly by when certain criteria are met. The defeat of these bosses is directly tied to in-game progression. Defeating a certain one advances the game into hard mode, which adds many new enemies throughout the world, as well as new NPCs and items. So think of the bosses as like a barrier or a gate towards future content. And when I approach these sort of games, I generally would do everything I can know that there's pretty much nothing left that I can do before I can take on the boss and then take on the boss, but that's just my personal preference. Okay, so by completing specific goals, such as defeating a boss or obtaining a certain item, players can attract non-player characters, NPCs, to occupy structures or rooms they have built, such as a merchant, a nurse, or a wizard. Some NPCs can be acquired by finding them throughout the world and will then reside in player-created houses/rooms after being rescued, like the wizard or the mechanic. NPCs talk with the player and have health. Players may then buy or sell items and certain services from the NPCs with coins found in the world. The game features many different biomes and areas, which are each home to a unique set of enemies and challenges. Some biomes will randomly expand by slowly overtaking and converting blocks in adjacent ones. Expert and Master mode are game modes that increase the difficulty of the game in exchange for exclusive items. Journey mode allows players to duplicate items and adjust the world's difficulty and control weather and time while playing. In addition to standard gameplay, Terraria has an extensive modding community, currently facilitated by a fan-made software known as T-Mod Loader. It later received official support from Relogic, where it will be released as downloadable content on Steam alongside Journey's End. Journey's End meaning 1.4. So, yeah. So tell me, guys, in those comments down below, have you played Terraria? What do you think of it? I personally haven't played this game, but I've seen a lot of people play it, especially now because, like I said, 1.4 came out, and there's a lot of people streaming it right now. There's a lot of big streamers playing it. So, yeah. So what we're now going to do, guys, we're going to visit the official website. We're going to see what's written on there. Link in the description. And, yeah, let's see what Relogic has to say about the game. Okay, so this is the official website, terraria.org. So it says, dig, fight, build. The very world is at your fingertips as you fight for survival, fortune, and glory. Delve deep into the cavernous expanses, seek out ever greater foes to test your mettle in combat, or construct your own city. In the world of Terraria, the choice is yours. Blending elements of classic action games with the freedom of sandbox-style creativity, Terraria is a unique gaming experience where both the journey and the destination are as unique as the players themselves. Which, what that means is simply you play the game how you want to play it. Like, if building a house is the most important thing for you, go for it. If gathering tons of materials is more important for you, go for it. Like, you play the game however you like. Now, there's an About section. I click on About, and then it has the different tags of dig, fight, build. You can click on them, and it says more. So each Terrarian world is filled to the brim with raw materials waiting to be gathered, transformed, and utilized, coupled with a robust crafting system. The possibilities and creations are as limitless as your imagination. Explore. With an assortment of distinct biomes and structures scattered throughout the landscape, each excursion abounds with the potential for legendary discoveries. From the serene grasslands to the cruel dungeon to the ominous the cruel dungeon to the ominous corruption to the very pit of hell itself. Hours will tick by like seconds as you delve ever deeper into the wonders and mysteries of your particular world. And because it's procedurally generated, you can't, for example, refer to a guide where it says, okay, just go here, dig down there, and you'll find legendary item, blah. It's unique to you. That's the appeal of procedurally generated games. That's why it can work well in this case. So if we go to the next one, it says fight. So it says Terraria is teeming with life, both friend and foe, that you will encounter on your expeditions. Nefarious armies, warring factions, and epic bosses lurk in the shadows as well, seeking to tear you limb from limb. If that wasn't enough, it seems as if the very moon has set itself against you. Fortunately, you are blessed with a vast and diverse arsenal of ways to defend yourself. So confirm, guys, this is a 2D version of Majora's Mask. No, I'm kidding. Fortunately, you are blessed with a vast and diverse arsenal of ways to defend yourself, from swords to sorcery to firearms to cleverly designed traps and beyond. Terraria embraces the notion of combat on your terms, no matter the play style. Take up arms and show the enemy hordes who's boss. Okay, and then the last one says build. So it says, what good is all that exploration, gathering and fighting without a place to call home? With an immense toolbox of materials and equipment at your disposal, the only limit to building a Terraria is your creativity. Construct a simple home in an imposing fortress, a complex mechanical system, or maybe just statue of yourself. As is true across all of Terraria, the choice is yours. Become the architect of your world. So it basically gives you complete freedom to, like I said, to play the game however you like. Because it's procedurally generated, it will be unique to you. And if you are okay and you like the 2D sprite style, I think it looks cute, then yeah, go for it. And this potentially might be the game for you, especially if you're into survival games already. So, as I said, guys, please check out the links in the description box below. I think it looks really cool. I can see why it's very, very popular. And that is that is the reason why it had to be featured in the What Is series. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.